Visit Camp Briteside and enjoy great food and drinks in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Briteside is not just great food and drinks, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and an outdoor stage. Camp Briteside is located at 8701 Ranch Road 2338 Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Briteside is the host of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show each Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food and fun like nowhere else in Georgetown, visit Camp Briteside and stay.
We're live here at Camp Briteside for the Eagle Nation Coaches Show tonight. What a beautiful night to enjoy tonight. It's a little precursor to what's coming up this weekend at Georgetown's two-step in. The weather is not forecasted to be the best, but it is tonight here at Camp Briteside for the Eagle Baseball Coaches Show. And Coach Durell joins us, and man, I think it's just easy to say, what a big win on Tuesday night. Non-district action against a top team in 6A, and another win for Georgetown, another way to win. Adversity, get the big lead, lose it, but then fight through it and get the win on a walk-off there in the bottom of the eighth to take the win 7-6 over Dripping Springs. Coach, 27-3, 9-1 in district, and things seem to keep ticking right for this team.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we had a great week last week. We got to go against Round Rock first on Saturday and play a really good, well-coached program there and get the win, and then bounce back on Tuesday and get to play against Dripping Springs, who's a top team in the area and another very well-coached team, great 6A program in our area, and they've been pretty hot lately. Played a good early tournament schedule and have done really well in their district, and it was good to be able to play those non-district games against good opponents. Got to see some of their best arms. So it was good for our kids to experience that and kind of just for our preparations for the playoffs.
Some of the discussions we were having earlier before the show started talking about, it's good to see arms like that this late in the season before you get to the playoffs. And Dripping Springs threw some good arms, upper 80s on the gun, one of them hitting up low 90s on it. And so it's good to see that and a good battle with it and an opportunity. That's been the classic Georgetown way, though, over the past few years. A tough schedule in the tournament time, and then playing those tough teams on the weekends to prepare for those the playoffs coming up. How big is that to take on those teams and catch them at a season where they're both playing great baseball? Round Rock leading their district up in the top of their district. Georgetown or Dripping Springs at the top of their district as well, with battling against Lake Travis. So you don't just get 6A opponents; you get quality playoff-bound 6A opponents who are good teams. How big is that to help prepare this team for what they're going to face come in second, third, fourth round of the playoffs?
That's huge. Their coach just happened to be Coach Payne at Dripping Springs, came over during the eighth inning and said, "Hey, Coach, man, regardless of what happens here, I think we both won tonight." You know, it's one of those things as coaches that in games like that, they're not meaningless, but they carry a little less value than district opponents. But it was good because we both wanted to get into a situation where our kids felt some adversity, which we both did. Wanted to see our kids play pretty clean defense and then have an opportunity to face up against some great arms. I know we have great arms in our bullpen, and luckily with their schedule they were able to throw some of their best at us.
Some of the scenarios that you could face in a year in different types of games were really faced in that one game on Tuesday night. You get the big lead and you maintain it a couple innings. Then they get a run. We responded with a run. We kept that lead at 4. They responded with a run. We responded with a run. Keep that lead at 4. And then the adversity hits. Some walks. We get them bases loaded, no outs. Come back from it. We shut it down. We get the relief there by Landon Bullock. What a job. Him coming in relief and shutting things down off of one walk. And then, man, he closed the door there out of that 6th inning, again in the 7th. But this team saw a lot of different scenarios that could raise its head against them, but they saw it in one game. And how big is that they were able to respond in so many different ways and not get down at one point or not too elevated at any point?
Yeah, I mean, our guys have done pretty good job all year, staying even keel. We've gotten up in games and finished, and we've gotten up in games and teams have come back and tied it or taken the lead. And it was good for our guys to kind of face the full emotions of that type of game and not just run away with it, which we always want to do. But sometimes in games like that, it's great to face a little adversity. it was good to get into our bullpen. We threw Jack for the first time this year in a non-start situation, and we had talked to him prior to that about that was our plan, just to kind of see how he would handle that, because he plays shortstop to start the game. It's a little different coming off the field and pitching than it is, starting the game and getting through your whole routine. And so we wanted to see Jack in that situation. He didn't have his best stuff, but when he was on, he was on. And so then it was a great opportunity to test some of our guys in the bullpen. They had a lot of lefties in their lineup, especially at the time when we were making a switch, and then Landon was what we felt like the perfect mix to let him go get some of those lefties. And golly, I mean, he came in and started off kind of a little bit slow with a walk, but then after that, I think he struck out 5 straight. And so it's hard to manufacture runs when you're striking out. And so he got in there and really, I think more than just putting the fire out in that inning, he brought us momentum that we had lost, the inning before when they started kind of jumping on us, and he kind of brought that energy back into the dugout, and our guys kind of rallied around him.
How big is it to have the non-district bye week this week? You get time to kind of rest and recover right before the final series next week against Pflugerville, and then the playoffs right behind that. How big is it to have this break in district action, to have this weekend off, given the schedule with the school using the parking situation with a 2-step in, so the boys have this weekend off from game action in a meaning game for the record? How big is that to allow some healing, some rest and recovery before the next run begins?
Oh, it's huge. It just happened to work out that 2-step was on the same week, which was great. And I kind of vowed to our coaching staff and some of our community that trying to stay away from games during that time, just because of the chaos of the parking lot and the powers above me always ask, hey, can we keep it clean there so we can get this thing done? And the good thing about this week is we were able to get one real non-district game against Durell, and then tomorrow we're going to have a very, very competitive inter-squad scrimmage. We split our guys into 2 groups. One team's the Skunks and one team's the Ducks, and we bring up a couple of guys from the JV, let them have an opportunity to kind of play, and then it lets a lot of our pitchers get in there and get an inning in here and face some of our guys. It's sometimes some of the best at-bats we get in a week sometimes are these inter-squad scrimmages.
Looking at the game at Dripping one more time before we pass it on, how big is it that this lineup, we don't know the game, we don't know how and why, but the bottom half can step up and have a night like they did when the top of the lineup is putting the ball into play, but not getting the bounces, not getting it until that big hit by Cooper to start off the bottom of the 8th inning. How big is that there's a confidence in this lineup from 1 to 9 of whoever's in there? Production's going to come from somewhere in it, and it did again on Tuesday night, just in that bottom half of it this time.
Oh, yeah, we always wish it comes the whole time. You have 9 straight hits, have a 10-run inning, but it's this group of guys. They're fierce competitors. Golly, they're competitive. They love to compete. So much so that sometimes they get a little bit down whenever they don't get what they they feel like they've kind of worked towards. But there's always someone stepping up. It's either the top of our lineups getting on the base early in the beginning of the game and we're manufacturing runs in the first inning, or it's the middle of the lineup is getting on with 2 outs and the back end is knocking them in for RBIs. And then sometimes it's the back of our lineup that gets us started, flips it over to our top, and then second time through those guys get hot. It's a good mentality we have. I kind of stress with the guys, you're not always going to have the best night offensively. It's hard. Hitting a baseball is hard. But you can, not let that phase you on the defensive side. If we continue playing great defense, regardless of what your at-bats look like, you've accomplished your job for the day. I wish every day every kid would hit it well and play great defense. But sometimes you can, if you get one or the other, the hitting's the hard part. You just play great defense and hope some guys around you pick you up.
One more week of district play, and it comes against the Pflugerville Panthers, a scenario where Georgetown can play the spoiler for the Panthers, eliminate them from the playoffs. They're in a tough series themselves. This week, they lost game 1 against Weiss on Tuesday night, a loss on Friday night. Tomorrow night to Weiss would really be detrimental to the Panthers. How big is it, and how hard is it going to be getting these kids ready back into a focus for 1 week of district play before the playoffs start right after that?
Yeah, these guys know that that this week's our district championship week. I don't think they really care who we play. I don't care if it was Eastview, if it was Pflugerville. I think they really don't care who we play. They just know that their goals, their preseason goals of winning a district title are obtainable. And the great thing is they're in our full control. If we play baseball like we know how to play baseball and take care of these guys, then there's no one that can take it from us. If we decide to take a break and take opponent weakly, and lightly, these guys are the type of teams that can trap you. They are a decent baseball team, a quality baseball team. I've seen some of the stuff they put up. They have some arms that can beat you. If you decide that you want to try to hit balls and run them out of the park, you'll fly out, and this guy will make you look silly. It goes back to our execution and our game plan and our aggressiveness and continuing to kind of keep these guys honed in on. We're here for a reason. Not one individual has got us here. It's been a group effort, all the way around of these guys, all contributing at different times. And when we put it all together, I don't know who can beat us. It's just a matter of just being consistent.
That's scheduled next week. It's a busy week for Georgetown baseball. The last regular season week. Tuesday night we'll be on the road at Pflugerville High School. 7 p.m. will be the first pitch. And then we turn around Thursday night back here at Camp Briteside for our coaches show. Friday night, we're home. It's the 24th, and it's senior night. An opportunity to come out, support the senior class in their last home district game to end their regular season of play as a Georgetown Eagle. It'll be a big night on the 24th and a chance to celebrate that district championship if the Eagles take care of business. And then Saturday, we're on the road. We go up to Waco to take on Midway on a Saturday tilt at 1 p.m., I believe it is.
Yes.
On Saturday on the road. And so a busy week, but it's going to be a fun week because right behind that, we go into the playoffs, and that could be a whole different scenario. You look towards 3-game series. We'll look towards home and homes, depending on who we play. But an opportunity to come out one more week in a busy week to support these Georgetown Eagles. They play against Pflugerville, and it's a big series. 1 win, it's a district title. 2 wins, you sweep them. You just end the season on a great note. 11-1 in district, and you put yourself at almost 30 wins before you even get to the playoffs. And a scenario that I think anyone would have taken when you start the season out.
Absolutely.
And so, opportunity to come out and watch it. We'll have all 3 games live here on the SHN Sports Network. But come out and join us. Pflugerville, not far down the road for Tuesday night tilt, 7 o'clock first pitch. And then Friday, the big night at home against Pflugerville for senior night at Eagle Field. We'll let Coach get out of here and take a break. When we come back, we have 2 freshmen that'll join us. I'm going to try to pronounce it right. Kellen Damian and Braden Dutter. Are those right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got them. It'll be our freshmen joining us from the 24-0 freshman team live on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show when we come back live at Camp Briteside. Stay with us.
For an old-fashioned dining experience, visit Goldberger Diner on the square in Georgetown. When you walk into this 50-style diner, you'll be greeted with a smile and treated like family. Enjoy breakfast served anytime or come for lunch or dinner and enjoy a great burger, chicken fried steak, old-fashioned liver and onions, or any of the great tasting food on our menu. Goldberger Diner is located at 109 West 7th Street in downtown Georgetown. Goldberger Diner, serving great food to great people. Visit Camp Briteside and enjoy great food and drinks in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Briteside is not just great food and drinks, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and an outdoor stage. Camp Briteside is located at 8701 Ranch Road, 2338 Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Briteside is the host of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show each Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food and fun like nowhere else in Georgetown, visit Camp Briteside and stay a while.
We're back here live at the Camp Briteside Eagle Nation Coaches Show. And we are joined now by our freshmen. Did I pronounce it right? Is it Kellen Damian and Braden Dutter?
Yes, sir.
It is correct. Good. When I look at them, then I was like, man, I hope I don't say I'm wrong. But, man, 24-0.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
When you guys left middle school, when you start to the high school, what's it been like your expectations? Has it been more than you expected? Has it been less? Has it been better? Has it been worse? What's that been for you in your transition to freshman year at Georgetown High School and then sitting at 24-0? And Coach just continuing to add games for you guys to see who all you can be.
We played together before, and we did pretty good, so I thought we were going to be pretty good, but I didn't know if we were going to be this good.
Yes, sir. I thought we were going to be good because we played. Most of us played together on the Talons.
Okay.
But I didn't know we were gonna go undefeated as of right now.
How does it feel each week? This team is loaded. I think everyone would agree when you're sitting at 24-0, you've got talent on this team. What's that competitiveness like for you guys? What's that competition like in practice, knowing I want to have my number written on that lineup card when it's time to go out and perform on the field? How fun's the competition been for you guys?
It's been really fun to compete against our teammates, and we all have fun competing against each other. And
how big is it to, when it's not your time, to be the cheerleader in the dugout to keep this team together, that everyone's going to get a role, everyone's going to have a time? How big is it for you guys to be that complete teammate, that when it's your time to go, your teammates have your back cheering for you, but yet when it's their turn, you're in the dugout making sure they know you're there for them?
I think it's pretty big, like helping support our teammates even when you're not in or even when you're not in the field. It helps them a lot become like confident and on the field.
Yeah, there's lots of jobs to do in the dugout. We do like game changer and then a pitch chart, so we know what we're doing, know what we're facing next time we face them.
And so it's trying to stay involved in the game even when maybe not in the game at the same time, which is got to be helpful. And then you having yourself ready to go if your number is called. Where do we find you on the field? What position do you guys play?
I play second, a little bit short, and then outfield.
Second and outfield.
So we got an infield. Any pitching?
A little bit.
Do y'all have a lot of arms on this team?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
It's fun to watch these scores. I went back to Game Changer today looking at this as you guys are on this run into high school now, away from baseball. How much different has high school been for you in the classroom? Has it been harder than you thought? Has it been easier than you thought? How's the study life going?
It's been a lot easier. I thought there was going to be more homework and stuff like that, but it's been pretty fine.
What's your favorite class you're taking right now?
Probably science.
Okay. Well, who's the teacher?
Miss Monroe.
Okay. We got to see. A lot of guys, as they get older, will pick the coach's class and then tell you it's the coach's. Mm-hmm. What about for you? Has it been easier, harder for you? What's been like in the classroom?
It's been easier, I think. I was over-prepared, I think, for high school.
That's good. Now, class-wise, what's your favorite you're taking right now?
Probably Coach Key's history.
See what I'm saying? He's already throwing it out. Yeah, Coach Key's history. Does Coach Key's make it tough? Did you make it harder on the athletes, the baseball players, or is he pretty even?
He's pretty even, I think.
Pretty good coach, huh?
Yes, sir.
You guys new to the program. You're in the freshman year. You've got the G logo, and you start a tradition and a challenge for yourselves through your next 4 years in the high school. Yet you were joined by new coaches. How much fun has that been to kind of figure out who this group is, knowing it's new coaches trying to figure out who they are and how they're going to fit in with you guys? How much fun has that been for you guys?
It's really fun. The coaches, I feel like they're pretty fair. They make the practices pretty fun, and the games are really fun. I really like them.
Yeah, Coach Slack and Coach Knowles are fun because they're, I don't know,
they like to joke around with you guys?
Yes, sir.
Do they play? Did they get out there and compete with you?
Mm-hmm. We do some games in practice, and it's pretty fun.
As you look at the next 3 years after this year at Georgetown, you look at your next 3 years in high school. What's a goal you've set for yourself, or where do you want to be come to your senior year?
I want to be in the varsity locker room. I want to be in the varsity locker room my senior year, signing a college
letter of intent.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, I love it. That's an awesome goal to have. What about for you?
Yeah, I want to be in the varsity locker room, but I also want to have a plan for after college. I want to choose my pathway now in high school so I can be ready for after college.
Any sports outside of baseball? Do y'all compete in any other sports at Georgetown?
No, sir.
Baseball only. So, outside of baseball, outside of class, you get a weekend off. You have nothing to do, no commitments. Where do we find you recharging and re-energizing yourself, ready for the next week?
I'll go and ride my bike around my neighborhood, and sometimes I go fishing.
All right.
Fishing and hunting.
Favorite season to hunt?
Probably fall.
Fall. What do you like to catch, fishing wise?
Bass, and then when I go in the ocean, I go red fishing.
You like deep sea fishing too. Where do you go fish?
Mostly bass right now, but
deep sea fishing? No, can't do that. Too far out. I like land. It's my friend. Outside of school, outside of baseball, outside of Georgetown, do you play baseball year round, or is it just at school?
Year round.
Who do you play with now?
Test.
Test baseball.
Year round at 12, Texas 12.
Texas 12. Now, question. You said a lot of you guys played with Talons
Yes,
baseball. Do you know who one of the original guys that created Talons baseball was?
I do not.
His name was Jeff Ontiveros, who has passed away, was a All-American at UT and a national champion. Went on to play in the Red Sox organization. Got to play a lot of travel slow pitch softball with Jeff and watch him at the Talons, running the Talons program. And so Talons have been around for a while. It was fun to watch. And so cool to hear that kids that used to play with Talons. How much competition is there? What's it compared to your travel baseball? Obviously, you guys try out. You get on these teams, and it's competitive. What's the difference between travel ball and school ball? Do you guys have more fun on one or the other, or is it because you have classmates that you see every day and you're doing life with in the classroom and on the field? Is it more fun, or is it where's your passion of it? Which one do you like more?
They're both really fun, but I think I like summer a little bit more. The practice can be like more fun. We'll do like more like hands-on stuff, like
more opportunity to develop your skills and get ready for than the competition that comes.
Yes, sir.
At school. What about you?
I like school ball more because you're with all your friends, and during summer ball, it's more just about you and getting the reps and stuff. And then when it's school ball, it's about the team. And yeah.
What's you guys, as you look towards the end of the year? Next week, we got one more week. You guys have a game Friday night against Rouse. That'll be a fun one. It should be a good game. I mean, you guys seem to make every game not really a good game. Keep winning them all. What's the challenge for you guys to try to finish the season undefeated?
I think we still need to stay focused and not let the undefeated part get into our heads and just focus on the game one step at a time.
How much trash will this class talk if you go undefeated in your freshman year?
There will be a lot of trash talking, but yeah, we just got to stay focused.
Shout-outs before I get you out of here?
My parents, my brother, and my coaches.
All right.
Jesus, my parents, and my coaches.
I tell you what, it's two of the freshmen here with us tonight, Kellen Damian. I'm going to mess it up. I almost did. Braden Dutter, our freshman players of the week. We will take a timeout when we come back. Kyle Brandstetter, Drake Ryan join us for the JV team live on the Eagle Nation Coaching Show. Stay with us.
Visit Camp Briteside and enjoy great food and drinks in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Briteside is not just great food and drinks, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and an outdoor stage. Camp Briteside is located at 8701 Ranch Road, 2338 Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Briteside is the host of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show each Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food and fun like nowhere else in Georgetown, visit Camp Briteside and stay a while. For an old-fashioned dining experience, visit Goldberger Diner on the square in Georgetown. When you walk into this 50-style diner, you'll be greeted with a smile and treated like family. Enjoy breakfast served anytime or come for lunch or dinner and enjoy a great burger, chicken fried steak, old-fashioned liver and onions, or any of the great tasting food on our menu. Goldberger Diner is located at 109 West 7th Street in downtown Georgetown. Goldberger Diner, serving great food to great people.
We're back here live at Camp Briteside. We go to the JV side of it, and I tell you what, the more I did some reading today on this JV team, the more impressed I am. You guys started with a tough schedule up front. You sit now at 14-9-1, but the biggest thing that caught my eye is 12 wins in the last 13 games. It's like the more I kept reading and looking at these scores, it was just fun to look at and think about how much you guys have challenged yourselves to not quit. But yet to continue to fight. How much fun has that been on a 12 out of 13 game run for kind of end of the season in next week?
It's been a lot of fun. You know, a lot of improvement in practice, just getting better every day, and competing with the freshmen because they're really good this year, and just like having a blast while doing it, just getting better.
How did you guys keep from getting down on yourselves with a rough start against some great competition? How did you keep from getting down and letting the season be defeated all the way through and turn that around?
It was definitely hard, but I feel like the coaches kept pressing us to be better, pressing us to keep our heads up, and just the camaraderie within the team just help us focus everything on getting better.
When you're on a run like this, at any point, was it hard to, hey, we got to stay focused, or was it, hey, we're starting to feel where we fit, where we need to be, who needs to be where? How has that challenge been for you guys to not let the wins start stacking up and being like, all right, we're good now, but yet to continue to fight to keep on this run?
Yeah, after a couple wins, you get a little hype and you start to get like ahead of yourself. And I feel like the coaches have helped us on that, like during practice or bus rides to other games, just helping us like staying focused and like locking in during practice and get what we need to get done.
What's been the challenge from an aspect of an athlete to on yourselves individually? How do you challenge yourselves to not give up on yourself, to not be frustrated internally, but yet then allow that to become the cheerleader that needs to be when it's someone else on the mound, when it's someone else at bat, to be the best teammate and not be defeated when it seemed like things were just stacking up on you guys?
Yeah. I feel like keeping the focus on the team rather than yourself really helps me through that. I feel like when I'm not on the field, I need to be focused on my guys and not focus about how I'm not there. I need to be focused on lifting them up and not just pushing myself down.
As these wins have stacked up for you guys, what kind of confidence does that give you looking towards the future and how you compete and look to try to make varsity over the next couple of years or compete for positions, more playing time? How has that helped you guys?
It shows us like how what we can do, and starting off the season, like you said, like 1-8 and 1. I feel like it we can prove that we're actually we belong here at Georgetown High School baseball because we know it's a high standard. And we know that we're that good and that we can prove that.
In this run, 12 out of 13 wins, one slip up against Hendrickson in a split of that series there. What's been the funnest win? What's been the funnest series for you guys through district on this run?
I feel like Hendrickson, we played them at their house. I remember last year played them, I don't remember how many times, but we didn't win. And it was a lot of fun coming back and against a team that beat us and just run ruling them.
I did notice that. One was 11-0, I believe, and the other one didn't when you guys lost the game too. It's fun to know you guys, that tells me you guys keeping it in the back of your head like, hey, they had us last year. We got back at them this year. How big is that as you continue on through Georgetown and to compete at the on the baseball team and in the program? To know that if you're doing that, everyone's doing that. We want to be the best program. We want to be that team. How does that keep motivating you to be prepared and keep working hard to be ready for next season?
It just shows improvement. It's always there, and we're winning and we're beating them because we improved from last year. So just based off of that, next year on the varsity level, I feel like we can get even better and maybe actually beat them or sweep them this series.
Outside of baseball, any other sports you play?
Powerlifting and football.
Just a couple others.
No, I don't. I'm good at ping pong, but that's pretty much it.
Speaking of, I was going to say the ping pong table is gone.
Oh yeah.
We used to have some good battles out here. Outside of baseball at school and outside of the sports, do you play travel baseball? Do you guys play any sports outside of Georgetown High School?
Yes, sir. I play summer baseball.
Who do you play with?
Texas 12.
Texas 12.
I used to play a little bit of baseball around the year. I don't know if I'm doing that this year, but I have been playing with THC.
With football and powerlifting and baseball, I stay kind of busy there. You have a weekend off. There's nothing going on. There's no scheduled baseball. That you get time to yourself. What do you do? Where do we find you? Recharging the batteries, resetting.
Probably hanging out with the buddies. Love hanging out with the guys. Off the field. Or sometimes I like to fish or hunt with my dad. Other than that, probably just on TikTok at home, to be honest.
I'm good with that. TikTok shop kills me, man. I got to cut it off. I got to block it at some point. Where do we find you getting that weekend off to relax and reset? Where do we find you?
You found me at Robert Chandler's Ranch. It's got a ton of acres out there. Steaks amazing. Very fun. Hang out with the guys.
It's awesome. As this group, now in your JV year this season, as you guys have continued to fight, what's that team camaraderie been like? What's that friendship been like within the team to know you guys are fighting together and have gotten this good?
We just gotten a lot closer, in the locker room, in practice, locking in, having fun, just doing everything the right way, like Georgetown says, following the program, knowing how good we are and what we can do, but making sure we're focused on that and staying locked in through it.
Was it a challenge at first? Did it feel like you guys were going to divide, or were you able to stay together the whole time?
Towards the beginning of the year, I felt like we were butting heads a little bit, but as we started to pick it up and start winning, we started playing together instead of as separate people, and that really helped us.
Goals for yourself, the rest of high school. What's your goal that kind of pushes you as you head towards the end of your high school career in a couple of years. What's that goal that you're looking to achieve?
My mom cares a lot about grades, probably A honor roll. Really striving for that this year. Didn't make it last semester, but my goal is to get this semester and probably just good grades in general, making varsity next year. And yeah, probably that, just like pursuing like my flight program that I'm doing right now.
Favorite class you're taking right now?
Aircraft tech. It's a thing at the FRC.
Very cool.
Class.
Very cool. And what about you? What's the goal that pushes you as you look towards the future at Georgetown?
I would say my goal is to be playing 3 varsity sports my senior year and always keep up with my grades.
All A's and B's?
Yes, sir. All A's.
Doing good. The classwork is important. Any shout-outs before I let you guys get out of here?
My family, my mom, my dad, Jesus Christ, and Miles, day 1 freshman, throwing partner, and you got Merritt there too. You got Jack. Just basically the whole team right now.
Just
They're
shout
my
out the whole
boys.
team, that's fine.
They're my boys.
Any shout-outs for you?
I want to shout out my mom, my grandma, my girlfriend Lily. Say hi. Hello.
Hello, Lily.
I want to shout out my teachers and my coaches, and I want to shout out my home plate 4 corners group and Cade Young right there for always keeping it chill.
It is your JV players this week, Kyle Brandstetter and Drake Ryan, live here on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. We'll take a quick time out. When we come back, it's 2 of the varsities. Man, I like these 2. It's going to be fun to talk to these 2. Jalen Hunter and Jackson Van Aken. Join us live here on the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. When we come back, stay with us.
For an old-fashioned dining experience, visit Goldberger Diner on the square in Georgetown. When you walk into this 50-style diner, you'll be greeted with a smile and treated like family. Enjoy breakfast served anytime or come for lunch or dinner and enjoy a great burger, chicken fried steak, old-fashioned liver and onions, or any of the great tasting food on our menu. Goldberger Diner is located at 109 West 7th Street in downtown Georgetown. Goldberger Diner, serving great food to great people. Visit Camp Briteside and enjoy great food and drinks in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Briteside is not just great food and drinks, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and an outdoor stage. Camp Briteside is located at 8701 Ranch Road 2338 Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Briteside is the host of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show each Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food and fun like nowhere else in Georgetown, visit Camp Briteside and stay a while.
We're back live here at Camp Briteside. Got to check the volume. Heath, we good? Is that better? We're back live at Camp Briteside, Eagle Nation Coaches Show. We've got 2 of our varsity players. It's Jalen Hunter. It's Jackson Van Aken, number 2 and number 16. Jackson spelled Jaxsen. I'm on a spelling kick after I realized I've spelled Caleb McDougal's name wrong the last 2 years. So it is not a C either. It's a K. But I learned that this season. So, boys, this team is pretty good. I mean, let's be honest. 27-3 is nothing to be upset about. You guys have competed. But one thing, you two, when these names came across to who I was going to get to talk to, one thing that came to my mind is 2 guys that step into a role at any point and love to perform. And it's fun to watch as the season goes on. When that lineup card comes and I get to make my book and get ready for the game, when you see these names pop in and out in the middle of an inning, in the middle of a game, the other night in the second inning, all of a sudden it's like, is that Van Aken at second base or first base? It's like, wow, I missed a sub. You guys just step into this and play hard and enjoy it. It seems like this team has filled that role. You have the players that are on the field a lot. You have the players that are stepping in role positions and doing the things to make it a team. How much fun are you guys having? You sit at 27-3. The competition level amongst this team is high because there's so much talent on it. How much fun are you having?
Oh, yeah, it's very fun. I think one thing that helps is that we gel together so much. No shade to the team last year, but I feel like we didn't have the same chemistry as we do now, and so that definitely helps a lot more.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's just so close on the team, especially coming in, not knowing anyone. It's the tight-knit group. I mean, it's awesome.
Now, that's and for those that aren't aware, you came in to Georgetown this season and then make the varsity, and now competing with this team and on a team that's 27-3. What's that experience been like for you to come into a program that's traditionally a good baseball team that has a lot of tradition in it, and to jump right into that and then get baptized into it right away of, hey, you got to compete. There's good players on this team.
I mean, it's been great. We're all very competitive, but we're always supporting each other, so that's the great thing about it.
Jalem, you talked about it, the way this team is gelled compared to last year. And it's always fun to watch. This senior class that you're a part of has seemed to be the leaders that coaches dream of. A class that's close-knit together. You guys do things together. You hang out together. But this group between this junior and senior class seems to just be so well bound. How big is that, and how much more fun has that made it for you in your senior year to enjoy this, knowing that you enjoy being around them, not just on the field, but as friends and hanging out?
Yeah, it's so awesome. Like you said, like you hit it right on the nail. Like anytime like we're out of baseball, we try to hang out as much as we can, and it helps so much because last year there was kind of a feeling of like, oh, the seniors are bigger than the juniors and the sophomores. Like now it's just like there's no like seniority or whatever. It's always just like we're all the same.
Jackson, where did you come from moving into Georgetown, and what's been the biggest challenge for you to jump into this program and what you had seen before?
I feel like the biggest challenge for me is I actually came off an injury, an elbow surgery coming here, so I missed the whole summer and the end of my school season last year. So just getting back into it and getting back into the swing of things.
Where did you come from to Georgetown?
I came from Westlake, California.
California, clarification. Not just about an hour away, but several hours away from California. Quite the move. Jalen, one thing I got to ask, though, I don't see any swim gear on you. Have you been eliminated?
We have, yes.
Your team?
Yeah, it was me and Landon and then two other dudes from our school. We weren't able to get a kill in time, and so they booted us.
Hey, you're going to have to blame the two other dudes because they're not here to defend themselves. So I know you and Landon had it. Because the other night after the team dinner, you all left the house trying to go out to catch the kill. So, because I see some of the gear. So I had to ask because some of the goggles are still out there. How long is this game going to go?
Probably till like graduation, honestly. There's
so
still
it
like
can go, there's no time limit. It's until the last team standing.
Yeah, there's about like still like 130 people left.
You guys got to step it up, man. It's going to be funny to see y'all graduation with swim goggles on. So you can't get that. As you guys go through this run, 27-3 as a team, what's been the biggest challenge to not let things get too big for you guys? That it's, oh, man, we're going to beat this team, we're going to beat this team. But to stay focused, to win a game like that on Tuesday night in a tough environment, a tough atmosphere, you get up, you get down, and now come back and win it. How big is that, and what's been that challenge for this team to not let the wins just stack up and it get like, we could take anybody, but yet be prepared to play?
Yeah, I think for us, like us just like listening to our coaches and the way that they mentor us, and Coach Payne and Durell are always on us every day. Like even after the drip win, like we had so much momentum coming off of that walk-off. But this week after that, like today and yesterday, we're so focused on making sure we did little things right so that way we can secure that district title next week.
As the wins have come on this season for this team, Jackson, you guys have won in many different ways. What's been the challenge of not letting, when the three losses have occurred, not letting those losses beat you again? How has this team responded to that, and what's been that challenge in making sure that you take from that loss and then go on another run?
I think it's just showing up to practice the next day, staying locked in on the little things, making sure we're doing everything right. Just trying to get better every day and taking everything really seriously.
Jalem, your senior year, if you look back on your time at Georgetown before graduation comes up in just a few short months, what's going to be that memory that you enjoy or you're going to take with you with your time at Georgetown?
Definitely all of the memories I've made with all the guys throughout my 4 years, especially this year. This year's been the most fun out of all of them, for sure.
What does the future behold for Jalem Hunter?
So I'll be attending Georgia Southern. I'm going to be majoring in sports management and then minoring in kinesiology. And it's actually funny because my dad right there, he's going to be the head ROTC guy at Georgia Southern too, so it's going to be a pretty cool experience.
So if he gets in trouble, we know who's going to be there to take care of him. First off, Military Appreciation Day was Saturday, and Georgetown does an amazing job of recognizing some veterans and military members. We say military members because your dad is active duty. He is a major in the United States Army, I believe.
Yes, sir.
And actively serving. So thank you, sir, so much for what you do and your dedication to our country. Allows us to do this kind of stuff for fun. And so we do appreciate you, and thank you for that. Is that what drew you to Georgia Southern? We knew the path was going to go. Is that the whole family going? What's going to happen there?
I think that was part of it, yes. Especially because the whole family's moving there too, so.
He's still going to get home-cooked meals. Man, this dude's going to get spoiled at college. That's amazing. Jackson, you in your junior year, what's the challenge now for you in looking forward to your senior year? This class is going to become the leaders. They are going to be that team that passes on the G in a year to the next generation of Georgetown baseball players. What's that challenge for you coming in new this year to take it all in, but yet prepare yourself to be one of those leaders?
I think it's just, kind of just doing the same things we've been doing all year, staying locked in, showing the younger guys what we do, how we act at practice, and helping them out.
Your transition to Georgetown, you enjoying your time here? Are you glad to be in Georgetown, Texas?
Yes, sir. It's been great.
That's a safe answer. I agree with it. It's a good answer. We're glad you're here. It's fun to watch. Jalen, how many classes do you take? Do you take any classes that are meaningful? And if you do, what's your favorite one this year?
So right now, my favorite class is stats with Mr. Tropiano.
Very cool. Stats. There must be several baseball guys in that class.
I've got Cooper in that class.
All right. Very well. So you're not by yourself. Get some support. Jackson, in your junior year, what's the favorite class you're taking this year?
Probably art.
Are you a true art person, or you're just being forced to take an art class?
I'm being forced.
Okay. I've tried to avoid art because it was like stick figures where I just need a ruler because it's going to be bad. I'm not much for the arts. As you guys look towards the last week of district play, regular season next week, what's the goal for this team? Where do you guys look, and what's the challenge you guys have put before yourself as a team to win district? We know that. Coach talked about that. What's the challenge and what's the motivation for this team, and how do you guys stay focused to make a run here?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the goal, like everyone has in mind, is to go to Dell Diamond and win that state championship. But as you said just now, just keeping it day by day, focusing on practice tomorrow, getting rest over the weekend, and then coming back Monday, getting ready, like you said, to get this district title.
Jackson, how ready is this team to get to the playoffs and make a run?
I think we're all ready. We're pretty excited about it, and we all have the same goal, and it's to win a state championship this year.
Walk-up songs. What's your walk-up song, Jalen? And what does it have any meaning to it, and why you picked it?
Okay, yeah. So my walk-up song is "Yeah" by Usher, and I don't know if you know, but over the summer, or for the past 3 years actually, I've been a bat boy for the Round Rock Express. And I don't know if you know who Cody Freeman is.
Yes.
But that's what he uses for his walk-up song.
Very cool.
And I liked it.
I didn't know you worked at the Express. Very cool. Jackson, your walk-up song and any personal meaning to it and why you selected it?
My walk-up song is California Girls by Katy Perry. I just wanted to keep it light and fun, kind of stay home, like true to my roots from California, so I figured it'd be a good one.
What's been the hardest transition for you? And I ask because before my junior year, my parents moved from Dripping Springs, and I moved up into Oklahoma to finish high school. I've been there. What's been that biggest challenge for you, and this year, too, your challenge to come to a new high school, states away, and fit in and jump into a program and compete?
I mean, like I said, just coming back off of injury was pretty tough, but I feel like these guys have been so welcoming, and they made it pretty easy on me to fit in.
Jalen, any shout-outs before I get you out of here?
I'm going to shout out my dad, obviously. Shout out my 3 sisters right there. Shout out my mom, who I know is watching right now. She's out of town, actually, in Georgia, looking at houses. She was pretty upset that she couldn't make it, but I promised I would shout her out. And then shout out my whole team.
Look at that. You get the biggest applause tonight. Jackson, any shout-outs before I get you out of here?
Shout out my family, my whole team, and my girlfriend.
Some people have priorities. I'm just saying. It's Jalem Hunter. It is Jackson Van Aken, your varsity players this week. We'll take a quick time out. We'll come back and wrap it up. And we thank Camp Briteside for everything they do, hosting us each and every week live here for the Eagle Nation Coaches Show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Fly like an eagle, spit fly like a dragon. Made some mistakes, you won't keep me lacking. Already been through it, I ain't the one tapping. Let's see who's next up. Next up, just me and my passion. Hear what I'm talking, they seeing no action. We get it step on, they get it back. And I'm with my brothers, what's happening? None of my Dropping the storm, you best get the pack, ain't no more fashion. When I pull up big tanks, dancing, so we can have me. Smell of an excellent telepathy. Really on my with these lines, spinning on top, I ain't one of a kind. Prophecy for my design, Yeshua said I'll be with him in time. Not even dope on my level of high, I'm levitating on the rhymes. Spiritual meditation, ain't no kind of faces, we got blue in our eyes. Say we don't go, we suited up when we put on a show. Like, they want me for broke, I do what I want and making a toast. I can be doing the most, yeah. She made some jokes, I can see through them like ghosts, yeah. She wanna just float, I gotta fly like an eagle, spit fire like a dragon, make some mistakes, you won't keep me lacking, already been through it, I ain't the one tapping, let's see who's next up, yeah, just me and my passion, hear all the talking, they seeing no action, we get a step on my, they get the back, and up with my brothers, what's happening, whole lot better than I did last year, double thumbs up, we stay right here, so gotta speed up, clutch shift that gear. Yeah, I got no pass, look off that mirror. Eyes go dry, can't shed no tear. When I'm following Jah, I ain't got no fear. Making it clear, don't rush nothing, I'm making it sear. I go from nose to the beats in the ear. Ideas spinning like I'm up and on gear. I'm getting serious, smile on my face when I'm fierce. Mask on, making my cures. Hit it with the 10 track now, but the spin back, dropping on the beat like I'm going in years. Big dog stats like, oh, I ain't cold. Better with a brave than a bold. Batman powers, I'm rich in the soul. Two-Face, I'm just gonna play with your goals. Sick of all they fakes, bro, you gotta let them go. Take a flight, do it envy with a goal. So stay tight, all in, never fold. Aim with a note, shade, thong, say we on go. We suited up when we put on a show. Like, they want me for broke, I do what I want, and making a toast. I can be doing the most, yeah. She made some jokes, I see through them like ghosts, yeah. She wanna just float, I gotta fly like an eagle. Spit fire like a dragon, make some mistakes, it won't keep me lacking, already been through it, I ain't the one tapping, let's see who's next up, yeah, shit's me and my
Nice and loud. We're back here live, Camp Briteside for Eagle Nation Coaches Show. We get ready to wrap it up. Now, bring it up. Jory Erickson, he's run so far this year for Dad of the Year, Husband of the Year.
Yes.
Now Booster Club Member of the Year on tap for Jory. But an opportunity. One, there is a skeet shoot tomorrow that you can come out and support. If you know anything about it or want to join in, reach out to Jeremy McDougal. It is a hidden information deal. But it's a fun event, and so he said it's okay. Reach out to him if you want to try to get involved. But more importantly, I talked about it Tuesday night at the baseball game, and we'll talk about it again this next week on the broadcast of the games. But it's a fundraiser for Georgetown Eagle football. We love to reach out and talk about fundraisers for different programs and different activities to support all the student athletes at Georgetown. And so, Jory, this pickleball tournament, that's the Georgetown Eagle football team fundraiser. Talk about that. And everything for these people.
Yeah, so what they put together this year is a pickleball tournament. It's going to be on Saturday, May 2nd from 4 to 8 p.m. $60 a team will get you in. You're guaranteed 3 matches. We have prizes, food, all kinds of fun stuff to do. And we're just looking to get a few more people involved. You don't have to have a whole lot of experience. We'll have 3 different levels. We'll have beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So if you fall in where you fit in, and then we'll go from there.
Tejas Pickleball Club. Pickleball continues to just explode in this area, but around the world, especially here in the United States. But Tejas Pickleball Club, 4701 FM 3405. Can't be far from here.
No, right up here on 3405, just before you go down the hill.
So come out and support it. Georgetown Eagle Football Club, they continue to do great things for the football team and that program, just like this Eagle Baseball Booster Club does. And, of course, we can't not mention it, the 16 Mile Angels and November 1st coming up. Their big event will be then. So many different people and organizations out there trying to help and to support the programs and the facilities and the student athletes and the coaching staffs here at Georgetown High School. I tell you what, we go and travel. Jory, you helped us a couple years ago on the broadcast on football. We go to a lot of places.
Oh, man, we're so fortunate.
We are blessed at Georgetown.
So fortunate. We've been in some, what were they, 5x5s with 6 of us in there trying to pull a broadcast off. That was a nice experiment at a nice school, too.
And so
just don't have
Georgetown,
this stuff.
with all the booster clubs and all the involvement from the community and the places like Camp Briteside, these owners are continually supporting student athletes in Georgetown ISD, from the top to the bottom, girls and boys sports. They are so generous, and we appreciate that. But it's unparalleled across the board, from the facilities, from football, basketball, baseball, here at Georgetown,
tennis.
and tennis, the beautiful courts out there.
Yep.
And so it's just an opportunity to continue to go have fun and to help raise money for it, but in an activity where you get some opportunity to compete amongst it. And so May 2nd at 4 to 8 p.m., but on the website, you can go to the Facebook page.
Right. There's a what do you call it, QR code that you scan in, and Madeline has set up the entry form, and it's really easy. I don't think anybody could get it wrong. So, and then I just want to mention, don't forget, what is our baseball banquet? Mother's Day,
yes.
Sunday, Mother's Day. Don't forget, you're going to be spending it with your team.
Miss Knuckles. It's right. So you've got the baseball banquet coming up. That's on Mother's Day. An opportunity to celebrate this this varsity baseball team, this baseball program. But this week, and there are a lot of opportunities to come out and support Georgetown Eagle baseball. The varsity will play Tuesday night at Pflugerville, 7 p.m., and then back home on Friday to finish out the regular season of district play against Pflugerville before going to Midway and Waco on Saturday for the last regular season ball game before the playoffs begin. But thanks for joining us tonight. Thank you to our freshmen, our JV, and our varsity players for being here and interviewing with us. And we enjoy it each and every week. We'll be back live next week on Thursday night, 6:30 as well, to talk about more Eagle baseball, as then we're getting ready to make the run into the playoffs. But go out and support different activities coming up. You've got the 16 Mile Angels. You've got the Georgetown Eagle football team. Different opportunities and different ways to get involved and to help support the student athletes and these programs. So thanks to Camp Briteside for allowing us to be here again. And thanks to these boys and all the families for being here tonight here at Camp Briteside. Thanks for joining us. Remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind. Have a good night, everybody.
Visit Camp Briteside and enjoy great food and drinks in our rustic dining room or on the huge covered patio. Camp Briteside is not just great food and drinks, but unmatched atmosphere that includes outdoor games, a wiffle ball field, and an outdoor stage. Camp Briteside is located at 8701 Ranch Road, 2338 Williams Drive, near Ronald Reagan Boulevard. Camp Briteside is the host of the Eagle Nation Coaches Show each Wednesday at 6 p.m. For food and fun